Before I went to Iraq, I lived in Huntington Beach in 2005. And, hey, I'm doing a video here. And I lived with an incredible girl named Kayla. We were really poor, but she made everything really fun. I'm on Beach Boulevard in Huntington, and I just saw where we used to live. Oh, it was such a cool place. Nobody had any money, but they were fun. And most people, I say half the residents, would leave their front door open, and we'd like wander over, and if somebody had music going on, we'd say hi, hang out for a minute, and then you'd leave your door open, and it was an invitation for somebody else to come over and say hi and hang out for a minute. And we had just cool neighbors. There were surfers, college people, college students. Let me see if I can. You stay. Talking to you, Dale. Yeah, guy. I gotta roll this window up, or Dale's gonna be a big old problem. No, you stay. I'm rolling up the window so you can't be naughty crew. It's a great neighborhood. It's 1 mile from the beach where they filmed the original Baywatch. Georgia Place, that's right. One of these has a garage. I think all the others are garageless. Here's the street. Oh no, a few have garages. So this was my neighbor's garage here. I've got a story for that in a minute. And then this is, there's a quad. Oh no, this is it. This was his. There's a quad in here and people would hang out. Really friendly place. My boss, Eric Martin, lived in this unit here. And then there was a little dog named Biggie Smalls, and he lived right there in the garage one. This was ours, right here. 202. Me and Kayla lived here. It's all really nice people. Nobody has their doors open. I guess they're probably at work. So I had my door open one day, and I was playing, I think, Blue Hawaii, an Elvis movie. And my neighbor from 101 shows up in my doorway and says, "Oh, you like Elvis, huh?" I said, "Yeah, who doesn't?" And he looked suspiciously like Elvis. Found out later he's the Elvis impersonator for the Hilton Hotel. Anyway, he invites me in. He's got a bunch of old Elvis stuff, like the first paycheck Elvis got from a hardware store. And he said, "Let me show you something special." And they go in his room. I think, oh, here it is. Here's where this guy takes my liver. And so he opens the closet, and he's got a jacket wrapped up in there. And it's the jacket that Elvis enlisted in the Army in. It's kind of a check design. It's blue in real life. Of course, it's black and white in the pictures. And so he lets me put it on, and I stand dead still because I don't want to tear it. And Elvis, I think, was about 6 feet tall, so it was big on me. And my neighbor says, "You're pretty cool. Let me show you something else." And we go in this garage right here. And I go inside, and there's a 64 Cadillac Coupe de Ville, white on white. Beautiful car. I said, "Oh, shoot, nice caddy." He goes, "Yeah, let me tell you a story." And Cadillac used to give Elvis next year's car early, and he'd drive it around, and people would see Elvis has the new caddy, so he'd boost sales. Elvis was in the 64 Coupe de Ville in, shoot, where was that? Santa Monica, I think, at a park. He was doing something. When he came back to the car, there was a nice lady sitting there, and she's just admiring the car and didn't recognize who he was. And she says, "Hi." He says, "Hey, you like that car?" She says, "Oh, mister, I could never have a car like this, but it is sure beautiful." And they're chatting for a few minutes, and Elvis says, "You know what, let me send you something nice. I think you know where this is going." And she says, "Oh, that'd be nice." She's thinking a picture or a card or something. 2 weeks later, that Cadillac shows up in her driveway with the title. And I think 2 or 3 owners later, my neighbor has it. So I was just wearing Elvis's jacket that he went in the Army in. And then I was sitting in Elvis's 1964 Cadillac Coupe de Ville white on white. And it was so fun to meet characters in Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach is full of characters, usually drinking problems, but he was such a nice guy. We were friends for a while, and I saw him a few years later. Where are you, kid? Get your life together. But this is where I lived with Kayla, and it was a good life. It was simple. We'd have enough money for gas to drive around, get some tacos, and then get lost, and hopefully have enough money to get back. And Kayla would laugh the entire time. I'd be dying laughing. I don't know. If I had a time machine, I think I might come back to this spot right here and run up the stairs and give Kayla a hug. Anyway, Huntington Beach. I love it. It's so cool.